Hello, this is the drop shadow portion of this number of demonstrations here for learning activity 8. Okay, here are my directions. I edited them a little bit and made them, I don't know, more easily understood step by step in terms of language. And also separated them. All right, I'm going to follow the directions here. Drop shadows. Assuming that you have a Photoshop image that needs a drop shadow with the magic wand and other selection tools, select and mask. Silhouette your image so it stands alone with a checkerboard, no pixel background. So right here I said I have a background color in my demo, but it's on another layer. See? Okay. I want to cast a shadow from these cups, so these cups need to be on their own layer. Okay. Important, be on the layer of the image that's going to be casting a shadow. So you have to be on this layer. So am I? Yes, I am. Layer 2. I'm going to call them cups. Cups. Okay. For my demo, I've temporarily deselected or lightened up the background so I can see what I'm doing. Actually, I did both. I lightened it up and then I deselected it and did it a couple different ways. Okay. Plus, I put that dark blue color of the background into the foreground designation on Photoshop. So this is what I did. Because the color, the shadow, I don't want it to be just black. I want it to be this nice dark blue, plus some, additional black, darker than this blue, but related for sure. So, the eyedropper tool. That's it. That's how I did it. Eyedropper, bam, put it in here. Okay. Now, just to double check what it is, cyan is 99, magenta is 91, yellow 44. It's kind of a surprising amount of yellow there. And then black is 56. So with the shadow, I'm going to add to that black. All right. Now, where am I here? In the Layers panel, go to the FX. Okay. I'm still in this, Okay, go to FX. Go down to the bottom. It says Drop Shadow. All right. Whoops. Shoot. I have to do this. Deselect. Okay. FX. Drop Shadow. It comes up with these original designations. It just remembers the last time I used it. Hang on a second. Choose the color of your shadow. I'm putting in the same dark blue plus some more black, which I did right here. This is where you designate your color. I'm going to make sure that color is still there. It is not. So let me put the color in. 99, 91, what was it, 44? And then I'm going to make, 78. Okay. All right, say okay. Make sure that your preview is on. This is right here. Okay. And then there are options that include distance, size, and spread. So you fool around with these. When they're all set to 0, it's a black area right behind the cup. And if you hold down your mouse, I think you have to give the software a minute to reconfigure. It takes a minute. Generally, if you hold down your mouse, then you can move this thing around. You can see the shadow right behind it. Oh, it's not working. Okay. When all of these choices are set to 0, the shadow you've created is right behind the object. That's weird. You can see the shadow and move it around by clicking on the image with the mouse. Hold the mouse down and move the mouse. I don't know why it's not working. It should be, but it's not. Okay. So I am selecting. Here's the distance. See, that moves it. And then the spread. It doesn't seem to do much. you know what, I think this takes a minute for Photoshop to do because there's a lot of information. I don't know. All right, so, and the size also seems to affect the focus. Okay, and then here's opacity, lighter, darker. I'm going to leave it kind of dark. Okay, so there's a shadow. I'm going to say okay. Here it is here, attached to my cups. Now, next is to separate the shadow from the image and put it on a new layer. Right-click on the words Drop Shadow in the layer box, go to Create Layer, and a warning comes up. Okay, so right-click here. I'm going to do it again, make sure. Create Layer. I always have to look here. Where is it? I don't see it. Oh, jeez. I thought it was here. Okay, Create Layer. Click on that. A warning comes up. Say OK. So it puts your layer, it puts your shadow on a new layer. I'm going to go to that layer. See, at this point, you really can't back up and change much about the shadow. You've committed to your shadow. Now, see, it's separated from your object. And then you can go Command T and switch it around. See how, you have to, shadow needs to be twirled like that. And then you can make it bigger. And then you can also, up here under Image, you can skew it, distort it, rotate, perspective, warp. All of these things are interesting. I guess I'll try skew. Kind of stretch it. You know how shadows appear, depending on the light. Okay, so that was with skew, but perspective and warp, they're all kind of interesting. Under Image Adjustments. Okay, I'm going to click off of that. From this point, you can make it lighter. See? But I've got such a dark background, I'm hoping it shows up. See? Not bad. Okay. All right. I think I'm gonna leave it at that. Okay, thank you.